And we're live! Woohoo! Welcome along to the live stream, everybody. For those that don't know me, let me start by introducing myself. Hello! I'm Gavin Hoey. I'm one of the presenters right here on Adorama TV. You are live in my studio with me, unless you're watching the recording, in which case, hello, recorded people in the future. Wow, the future must be exciting. I can't wait to get there. But for us live people, if you're live in the chat, you can pop your questions and comments in the chat because you can see them and you can hear them on the other side of the camera. Freya on the Super Switcher, Sam on the chat.
Hello everyone! How's everyone doing? We've got lots of people here already.
Have we?
Yeah, I was just reading through the comments actually and it's like, oh, we're on! Would you like to know where some people are from?
Yes,
I'm not going to say everyone because that might take a little while. So we've got Dallas, which reminds us of the TV show Dallas, and we were singing at the... Well, except Freya's never heard of the music, so she had no clue. Anyway,
no idea.
Sweden, we've got East London, we've got Canada, we've got Hexham, which we think sounds like a really interesting name. We've got Frankfurt, we've got East London. There's quite a few people from Canada, actually. It's supposed to snow here today, but so far, nothing.
No.
Another Canada, Amsterdam, we've got Alabama, we've got Bristol, Norfolk, a few in the UK, Belgium. Honestly, lots of people from Canada.
Hey.
Ohio. We had a very nice comment here as well.
Just the one?
Just the one.
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
Hello from South Bavaria.
Wow.
That's my first live. Well, welcome. Wanted to thank Gavin. He shares his knowledge with all of us. I've seen almost all live and pre-recorded shows so far and learned so much.
Oh,
well, that's great.
Thank
I
you
hope
very
you
much.
enjoy your first live.
Well, hopefully you'll learn something on this one as well. No guarantees, but you know, we'll do our best for you because today we're going to be doing character portraits with, here's the fun bit, speedlights. So little tiny flashes to do big dramatic character portraits. That's the idea. So speedlights are one of those accessible lights. You can pick them up, carry them, take them with you. They don't take up a lot of space. They're battery powered. I've got a bunch of them here. So I'm starting with this little one here, which is, oh, hang on. Let's do the gear first. The Zoom lithium-ion 3. You might have to take my word for that. Imagine it's printed sharper, trust me. Yeah, that one. That one. Anyway, you'll find gear links to what, well, most of the gear we're using in the video description, so do go check them out. We've got some round head ones as well to use, so we've got a bunch of different flashes to play around with. But honestly, lighting is important, but nothing is more important than the model. And today we are super lucky because we've got the amazing Rob. Give it up for Rob. Woo! There he is. So Rob is going to be the model for this. Rob is a character model and he is so good at it. And he is not dressed as Peaky Blinders because that is a copyright and we're not doing that. But he just happens to be, well, just like this. You know, we found him on the street dressed like this. So yeah. So we've got a distinctive character look that we want to try and incorporate into the photography. So I think we should just get going if there's no questions, no technical issues. It's alive and I think
there's always questions.
Oh, okay. I mean, we haven't done anything yet, so the questions are likely to be...
But Micah said, why? Yay, Rob!
Oh, or fan mail for Rob, yeah.
Okay, Rob is looking dapper.
Isn't he, though? Yeah, pretty good.
Rob's a cool dude. You're right, it's the Rob fan club.
It is, isn't it? It is.
Very cool. Looking sharp.
So let's get cracking with some lighting. So I've got my little speedlight, and if I'm using a softbox, one of the reasons I like to use the rectangular speedlights, first tip coming up, I'm going to stand in front of Rob, here we go, is I can pull out, if I can get to it backwards, the little translucent, well, it's not really a Fresnel head, but it's a little kind of wide angle head, which if you're using a softbox, in my mind, makes it fill the softbox a little better. Whether that's actually true or not, I don't know, but that's the first thing I'm going to set up, effectively a wide angle flash to make sure my little speedlight spreads out and fills my softbox quite nicely. Now, if I've got a character portrait set to do, I've got ideas on how I might light this, but I'm not going to start there. Where am I going to start, Internet? Let me know. Because I've never done this before. First time in the studio, what should I do first? Okay, let's see. Turn the camera on, turn the flash on.
So Robin said Gav should do a live demo dressed like that.
Like this? Yeah. I mean,
And hopefully not a bank rob.
We'll keep
So
going.
we've got no flash, no rob.
No flash, no rob. NFNR. Yeah, that's
NFNP, NFNP, NFNB.
Okay. So I'm going to take a picture of Rob. Here we go, Rob. Save your good poses, mate. This is going to be kind of really, yeah. This is going to be this. It's not quite NFNP. No, NFR. There's no flash, no picture. I was trying to do Rob in there as well. But it's close enough. In this lighting, we've got video lights set up. They are unnecessarily bright. You wouldn't have your house this brightly lit unless you really liked to pay electricity bills. No one wants that. But that's fine. That is good enough. We've got effectively control of the light in here. We can't really see Rob, his shirt a little bit, but I'm okay with that. That's fine. So no flash, no picture, control of the rim light, control of the colours in the space, control of everything you see from now on. So all of the light from here point onwards, that's not even English, is it? From this point onwards, close enough, is going to be light that I've created and controlled. That was a long way of saying it's up to me now, isn't it? Right, Rob, just take a step forward for me. So I could get going with creative lighting right from the outset, but you need a steadier. If you're doing something that's a little bit different, it's a good idea to start with something comforting and familiar. So that's where I'm going to begin. A nice, safe, sensible light. The sort of light I use regularly.
Sorry, I thought you'd finished.
Oh, no.
There's no stopping you. Too much tea this afternoon. Would there be any benefit to ensure the zoom is set to wide?
Yeah, so exactly what I did earlier. So I pulled out a little... I'll show you, hang on a second. Quicker to show. Let me just bring this back down again. Boom, boom, boom. So, if you're wearing headphones on. If you're listening to audio on. I'm going to pull out this and have a little listen to my flash. Can you hear that? The little motor going? So that is the zoom head zooming out. So the second you pull out this little cover, it knows that you want the widest possible flash, and it defaults to 7mm. I guess this must be for an Olympus. Yes, it is. So that would be 14mm in the real world. Okay, so a wide flash should fill the softbox a little bit better. If I had it set to the other end, it would be hot spotting in the center, and that might not be the end of the world, but it's probably not ideal. All right, so we're going to get the flash super close to Rob, like that. Rob's at the back end of the flash, lots of light in front of him, so I can take a little test photo. I've no idea. I'm going to turn my transmitter on. That would be super useful. I'm going to put my flash to 1/16 power, because I don't know what exposure I actually need. And I'm just going to take a picture and hope for the best. Okay, well, thanks for coming, everybody. I think we should probably go home now. Yeah, I've got to do better than that. That's supposed to be the not too good one. Oh, damn. Yeah, sometimes that happens. And that happens because Rob's awesome. Rob has styled himself. I haven't done anything other than get one single light and just gone, yeah, that's about right. Notice the catch light. This is super important. Catch lights in both eyes, even the one in shadow. Had I put my light just a little bit higher, like that, and I do the same picture again, we get something which we could describe as mood and character, but unless you're intentionally trying to do that, that's a fail. If you're intentionally trying to do that, and at this point of this session, I think that's probably a more safe bet. We'll get to that kind of stuff later on. But I think that is a pretty good start. We've got a little bit of shadow on the opposite side, so that is a potential for more light. Shadow, more light. So let's grab a second flash. This is the Flashpoint Zoom Lithium Ion X. That's this one. Hang on, let's turn the little light on. And there's something interesting about this light and my Olympus OM system camera. Can anyone tell me in the comments, what is it about this that is a weird choice for an Olympus user? Okay, let's get this. Pop it on a light stand. Oh, here's a fun fact. These, the little S brackets and the round heads, have you ever had trouble clamping your round light into those S brackets? The little speed lights, it's very difficult to get them in. If you take your light out, there is a little removable part. That actually comes in two pieces. So take the bottom bit off and just put the small round back in, and magically it'll fit your speed light so much better.
You've got some answers.
Go for it.
Sony.
Yes,
Sony.
yep.
It's for Sony. They're really on it tonight, aren't they?
I should have gone with a flash that has more than one company with more than one company. Oh, anyway, yeah, Sony. That was a clue, wasn't it? Sanyo still Samyang? Samsung? No. I think Samsung used to do a camera for a while. They did, yeah. Samsung camera. It went. Okay, so shadows are an opportunity for more light. So that is a second flash. It is on a different group but the same channel. So that is on B. I'm going to put it as low as it goes, which I think is 256th power. Our main light is on 1/16th power. If I don't drop it down, we know a mistake I'm about to make. So let's drop it down. Okay, and this should give us just a little bit more of a catch light on the side of Rob there. Now I can't make that light any less bright, but for the purposes of demonstration, I think that's pretty good. We can take a couple of photos. Happy enough with that. Fantastic. Rob, just look into the light, the key light. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, really simple, my little banker pictures. I know where I am, safe and sensible. We could do that all day, but it's not really much character. So let's bring a bit of character and life into these photos. So this, I can move that light. Look at that. No end to my talents. Here's just a wooden box, which kind of keeps the theme going, doesn't it? The wooden box, the whole not Peaky Blinders theme. No. Just happens to be someone from Birmingham theme. I think we're okay. I don't think anyone's noticed. Okay, let's see how this goes. So this gives Rob something to interact with, to work with, to lean on, which just makes life a little bit more useful for Rob, interesting for Rob, creative for me as a photographer. And I think we're going to be around about there. I don't think I can move it much more than that. Yeah, that's okay. Got a little bit of light on the front of the box. That's not so bad, you know. That's pretty good. We might want a bit of light on that background. How am I going to light the background? If I wanted to light the background, what could I do? Because it's a bit dark, isn't it? Could definitely do with a bit of light back there. So there's a couple of things I could do. I could get another light, or, Rob, can you just step aside a second? Thank you. Here we are. I've lit the background a bit. Problem solved. Rob, if you'd like to hop over my... Thank you. So the quick and easy answer is just move closer to the background. And now we have some background in there as well, don't we? It doesn't have to be rocket science. You don't have to get more lights out if you think you can just get away with a quick and easy fix.
You've got some comments. Would you like some comments?
Oh, yeah. Rob, do you want to grab a prop for me?
So someone's asked, is that the apple box used as a table?
This is, I don't know. It's
just a crate.
It's just a crate, isn't it?
Just a crate.
Yeah, it's not an apple box. Oh, we do have the apple box, but that would be super heavy. This is just a very cheap, lightweight crate.
Alan said, love the images.
Thank you, Alan.
And Nate said, that's incredible, so simple. What's the camera settings?
Oh, is it not on the screen? Yeah, okay, it's on the screen. So top left corner should give you everything you need to know. I can't hide. There's the settings for you. So flash sync speed for my camera, 250th of a second. Yours will and probably is different. F5.6, reasonable depth of field for my Micro Four Thirds camera. ISO 200 and native ISO for my camera. And also gives the Speedlights a bit of breathing space as well. Right, character. So character in the light is one thing, but we can also get character in the scene. And Rob, honestly, this is all Rob. This is nothing to do with me. Rob said, oh, I bought a couple of props. I'm like, okay. What have you got, Rob? I've got a vintage telephone. Whoa. And when did you finish wiring that up?
Last night.
Last night. Last night, just for you lot. Not for me, just for you. That's how much Rob loves Adorama. Yeah.
You got a question?
Okay, we'll take photos. You ask questions.
Okay, so doesn't bringing the subject closer to the background cause shadows?
Yes, and at the same time, no. So it can cause shadows, but the shadows are directional. So if you think about where the light is, where's the shadow going to go? It's going to go, grab the top camera. Yeah, there. It's going to go over here. Okay, so if we take a really wide picture, sometimes, I'm not sure we will this time, sometimes you get to see the shadow. We can sort of, maybe, not really. Yeah, I guess that would be the shadow there, wouldn't it? So yes, but it's at an angle, and because I'm using a large light source, it's also a soft-edged shadow. So yes, and at the same time, no. Good question.
Apparently, you're too cool.
I agree.
Not you, Rob.
Yeah, we want less cool people in our pictures, please.
I know you're going to do it in a minute, but he would look cool in black and white with a bit of smoke behind.
Well, the bit of smoke is a little more challenging. We'll discuss smoke in an hour.
Could put a flower in his
hour.
lapel.
Oh.
But black and white, yeah, I mean, I'm doing everything in camera raw, so the raw format for Olympus, the ORF, Olympus raw format, yeah, files, which means I can change them from color to black and white really easily, and any black and white pictures will open up as color in Photoshop or Lightroom or Capture One.
So someone's asked,
More, we'll move on.
we're saying, I do wonder how big
Turn
a
it to the
softbox you can go using a speedlight.
Well, there is a question.
Have we covered that? Have we covered that?
We haven't covered it, but we, at least not that they've seen. We might have covered it in the quick run through before we went live. So stick around and we'll answer that one in a bit. Okay, so that's kind of cool. That works really well. Happy days. Look at the time. We need to do something else. So let's get rid of that prop because that's lovely and vintage and well done for rewiring it. Thank you.
You take another question?
Of course.
Hello.
Hello.
When using Speedlight, does it matter what metering mode you use in your camera? That's
No.
Peter.
Not necessarily Speedlight, any flash. The metering mode you use is this bit up here, which is the potential problem, I suppose. It's down to you. You can use a flash meter, but the metering mode is not fast enough to capture this flash of light. Speedlights, flashes last for a fraction of a second, and until they happen, they can't really be metered. So if you need to meter, if you want to meter, you need to get yourself a flash meter, a light meter, something like this Seconic 858 is a fantastic choice, or the 308 if you want a more budget light meter. Or just take pictures and do trial and error. Your camera meter, my camera meter, is flashing away -3 stops, which means that I'm massively underexposing the scene. As you saw, no flash, no picture at the beginning. rewind if you're watching the replay to see that bit. What are we going to do next? We are going to do, up against the wall, if you'd be so kind, Rob. I say the wall. So this background is fun. This is a glow background from Adorama. It is, I got it ages ago for a live session we did, and I wanted something cheap and portable. It's been brilliant. It's so good. And it fits this look really, really well. So we're going to light Rob with a speedlight. So here we go. I think I'll use the other one. I'm going to stick to my other light as an A light. What I love about speedlights is just how lightweight everything is. I'm not using C-stands on purpose today. That is a conscious decision, a conscious thought process.
I love this comment. We need a flash meter with Gavin AI.
Yes. And that's a good point, because light meters, all light meters, are only a guide. They're not actually like the law. You don't have to stick to what they say. If you don't like the result that the flash meter says is the right result, don't do it. Just do your own thing. Exposure is correct only when you say it is. Okay, let's turn off B so it doesn't fire, and we'll just do A, and a bare flash, 1/64th power. So I'm going to fire a flash down and across. I'm still in black and white, but I kind of like that. This is bare flash. That wasn't supposed to be a good picture either. Rob, you're right, you are too cool. They were correct. Okay, so earlier I said I want to get the light in Rob's eyes. This one I'm not that fussed. It kind of works. There's a lot of shadow. We'll deal with that in a second. I want to see if I can zoom this. I can, okay. So I'm not sure what zoom setting my speedlight was on. Let's just take another picture and have a little look. Okay, have a little look. So that is maximum zoom, 200 millimeters, and that was the wide angle, 24 millimeters. So you can see with the speedlight, I can change the feel, the direction, the path of the light without having to do anything. Now you can't do that with a proper full-size studio flash. They don't have zoom heads, but you can with a speedlight. But obviously if you do zoom it, you need to turn it and get it right. Rob, can you look up towards the light?
I think the shadow works though. Nice comment there.
Thank you very much. I need to turn it down. When you zoom it, it also really takes all of the available light and squeezes it into a smaller space. So you do often get more intense light. Okay, it's kind of dramatic. I think I preferred it wider. Let's pop it back to wide. And if you're not sure, it's digital photography. Take another photo, have a look. I also think I might put it into color as well. Let's put it back into color mode. See how this goes. Okay, needs a bit more light, but it also needs a lift in the shadows. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Press that button. Okay, there we go. Nobody look at this. We'll take this out in the edit. I'm pressing wrong buttons on my transmitter. Got there. Okay, so that picture, it's okay, but there's a lot of work to be done. There's almost too much shadow. It's missing quite a lot of information that we need. So to fill in the shadows, I'm going to get my second speedlight. So this is the same one that was filling in the edge, the hair light before.
I've had a couple of comments.
And now it's going to be a fill light. Yeah, far away.
Film noir looks, yeah. I see that.
Very much.
Like a street light.
Yes.
That's true, yeah.
That's sort of the look I had in mind. I'll leave that there. There we go. How's that?
And this is kind of addressed to the rest of the people watching. I cannot be the only one that has ever thought this. Who else wants to see a video of Gavin and Chris showing us where he stores all of his gear and props in the small home studio?
I really don't. Yeah, I mean, once upon a time, this place had a shower bathroom, and now it is a toilet with storage facilities. So, yeah. And I keep threatening a clear out, and I haven't done it, have I? So, spring clear out, that's what we'll have to do. Okay, so if I want to fill in those shadows, I can use a second light as just a fill light. So if you start mixing up multiple lights, it can get confusing quite quickly as to what light is doing what effect. So switch them off, do them one at a time. I've turned this one off. We're going to call it the key light. It's the light that's shaping Rob's face. This is the fill light. Let's just see what that on its own does at, say, well, 1/16th power. That worked before. You never know your luck. Let's see. That light is firing up to the ceiling, bouncing off the roof, which is probably 10 feet above us, and it's also slightly sloped, and that is probably about right. Just to show you what it would do if I put it to 1/4 power, 2 more stops of bounced light would do this. 2 more stops of bounced light would pretty much light Rob, and also there's a little shadow behind him. Rob, can you see the surface of the, yeah. So if Rob can see the surface of this in any way, shape or form, light from this will hit him directly, and because it's hard, small light source, it's going to create a defined shadow. So I need to make sure this light is higher than Rob. Otherwise, I run that risk. Okay, let's just do that again at 1/4 power. There we go. Have a look at that, okay? Have a look at the one before. Can you see the shadow where I had it a bit too low? Or elevated the light up, and now we have shadowless light on Rob. Too bright for a fill light, but good to know. I'm going to split the difference, 1/8 power. 1/8 power. Okay, that is the fill light on its own. So that's the fill light. Let's add in that key light, which was on 1/128th power, because it's closer. And that's just going to throw a little bit of light. Rob, you're going to need to look just up past the light. And we should get light coming in. I'll go wider. One of my mistakes, and I make a load of mistakes, is never going wide enough. I always forget to go wider. So Rob's wearing dark clothing. There is detail in there. It's probably not going to come over on YouTube, but there is actual detail in there. It's there if I wanted to drag it out. We could set up a third light just to light the lower half, but hey, I could also just crop in. Problem solved, right? So that works quite nicely. That's a really nice, simple technique. I kind of like that. How am I doing for time? Oh, badly. Oh, no. Right, let's... This is the trouble when you get a great model and a look you've not photographed before. It's like, oh, there's so many things to do. Okay. So the hard light, directional light, it's okay. I'm going to switch back to soft light. So my soft light modifier of choice today is the Easy Lock 12 by 36 inch strip box. I know it doesn't say strip box, but it's technically a strip box. Long, thin shaped box. It does not produce long, thin light. And it would be easier if it did, because then you'd know what it does. But that's not how light works, unfortunately. What it does is take up very little space, and if we're using a relatively low-powered light, like a speed light, you get a lot of width without having to fill the height that you might have from, say, a 2 foot by 3 foot softbox. So effectively, you're only filling half of the softbox, but getting the same width, and that's where you get the softness from.
You got a question?
Yeah, far away.
What's the correct way to tell the person to look at the light? Just below it, in front? You said past it.
Yeah, so think about what you've done in the past. How many times, maybe it's just me, let me know if anyone else has done this. So I'll get a light and go, I'll just check if that light's working. Hang on. Oh, ever done that? Maybe it's just me. It's quite painful. And if you've done that, you know you don't want your model to do that because you're not going to get any photos for the next few minutes with them going, my eyes. So it's always worth reminding people not to look at the light, because the minute you say, don't look at the light, they look straight at it. It's just psychology, isn't it? Don't look at the light. What, that one? Yeah, that one. So don't look at the light, look past the light. So I'm giving them an extra instruction to direct them where to look, because people are, well, people. All right, okay, this script should be fun, Rob. So I'm doing this because I want to see how many people in the chat put the word sandbag. Has anyone put it in yet? What? Oh, chat, you're letting me down. Seriously. So the thing about speedlights is they are super lightweight. Yes, I'm going to put a sandbag on it. Don't panic. But as it stands, this thing isn't really going anywhere. It's fine. I say that, I've actually got one that I can put on. There we go. Belt and braces. If it's going to fall over, it's going to happen on the live stream. That's how it works. Okay, so I now have a light that is just about Rob's height. I'm not sure I can get that any higher. Let's see. Oh, I can. There we go. That's it, maximum height, done. Rob, you're going to come and stand under the light. Can you actually get under? You might have to, yeah. Now we're going to do multiple lights. I'm going to turn this guy, I'll move it out of the way. I'll turn that one off temporarily so it doesn't confuse us. Okay, Rob, can you go a little that way? Sorry, mate. That's, yeah, that's it. I've just run out of background. Okay, here's where we're at. If I do nothing, if I just use the same settings as before, 128th power, not enough, but we can get an idea for how this light's going to look. When in doubt, put it back to 1/16. Okay, this is going to be good, isn't it? This has got potential. This looks great. So elevated light directly above Rob. This looks okay. We may have to change his direction of gaze, look, eyes, something like that. Insert correct word here. Let's put that fill light back in again. And we'll turn it back on. Okay. There we go. So earlier I said about getting the light at the right height, so I actually didn't get a shadow. Again, this time I wanted it at just the right height, so I got a catch light. I'd love to say skill. I'm going to say skill. It's pure skill, not absolute luck. You make your luck, I suppose, the more pictures you take. Beautiful. And that is, I believe, a genuine Daily Mail newspaper from 1930s. So we are literally photographing history, which is superb, isn't it?
It's amazing when your model brings more props than you've got.
It's not ours. Rob, can you actually lean against that? Will it hold? Will it move? I mean, it would be great on the video if it falls over, but hopefully it won't. Okay, so asking Rob to lean back will just affect his dynamics, how he can pose, because you can stand there all day, but if you can actually lean back against something, then...
I think it's because it makes him look a little shorter, and
yes,
then it makes you feel a bit taller.
I was just going to say, it also lowers him down about 3 inches. I do find out I do an awful lot of this. Hooray for flippy foldy screens. So, yeah. So, light-wise, we're just going to need you to look up a little bit. That's better. See the little chin up, just a tiny little bit, made the difference between that picture and that picture. Okay, so super important picture coming up. We'll do one more like this. Rob, look at me. Boom, there it is. Okay, super important picture coming up, which is this picture right here. Here it comes. Boom. That picture. Why is that picture important? 2 uses for that picture. Anyone want to tell me what they are? Come on, chat. Why did I bother taking that picture? Oh, and also this picture. Hang on. Hang on. That picture. Okay, that's pretty good. Whilst the chat is doing that, let's set up something else. Okay.
Here we go. They've caught up with us.
I know, there's about a 20-second delay.
Yeah,
which,
recording your setup.
Okay.
Reference shot. Behind the scenes. Remember the light setup. Repeatability. So you know how the lights are. Yeah,
they're on it. Honestly, Adorama are just the best switched on audience, aren't they? So, yeah.
For your Patreon subscribers.
Okay, there are 3. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, maybe. I don't have any, but that's not a thing we do, but I can see that being a thing.
So a question. How about a blue filter on the fill light? Would it give a night feel?
It would, possibly, yeah. You're mixing colours at that point, so you would get a little bit of a blue shadow, but then you've got to think about the colour of the background that it's beaming onto. So with the warm tone and the blue tone, they might not give quite the result you'd like. Maybe we'll try that in a little bit, so hold that thought. I'll see if I can fit that in somewhere in the craziness that is a live session on Adorama TV. Right, okay, window light. We're going to do window light. Oh, by the way, exactly right, yes. Instagram, behind the scenes, but also record your light positions. The third way is learn where your lights are going. Can I go back to my picture? Okay. Have a little look so you can see the spread of the lights. You can see what is creating shadows, where they're going, how wide this is. This strip box is not producing a strip of light. It's literally coming out at 180 degrees from the surface. It's not going down in a strip, as you might imagine. So learning what your lights do behind the scenes and, yeah, remembering where did I put those lights? All good reasons. Okay, window light. Let's do window light. So we want a fake window light. Problem is, what the heck does that even mean? I guess we could probably do a whole live stream. Daniel's probably done a live stream on fake window lights. Go watch his, they are way better than mine. So if he has, terrific, because I thought about it and then I realised I have no idea what window light actually looks like, because window light looks like all light. Every time we light, we're trying to do window lights. Is it a dirty window? Is it a clear window on a sunny day? Is it a clear window on a cloudy day? Is it north facing? Is it south facing? Does that even matter where you are in the world? That can change. So yeah, all of those things led me to the conclusion that I'm just going to make a window. So last night, literally last night, whilst Rob was at home rewiring his telephone, I was in the studio making a window. Look at this. Look at the quality. Soak that up. I did this for you. All of this, that way up, whichever way. And if you don't like that side with the really tatty torn, look, you can have that side as well.
I prefer the other side, the modern art. It's got a slightly sort of David Bowie kind of look about it, actually.
I tell you, if this works, they could probably frame this and have this as like, you know, art that's been made with Adorama. Yeah, this is at least its third incarnation. This is 5mm foam board, foam core, A1 sized. And super useful thing to have around the studio because it gets all sorts of uses. That's the wrong way around. Oh, why is that the wrong way around? There's a thought. That, wrong way round. That, right way round. Why? Why did I just say that? There is some logic. Oh. That's bottom right on your bingo list. Trip over the tether cable.
Yeah, actually on the bingo list, I saw a comment. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's Steve. More than halfway through the live stream and Gavin hasn't done his dad joke, it's as wide as your monitor. My bingo card is suffering.
I don't always do that. I'm not just that. I'm more than that.
A very nice comment as well from Nate. Genuinely have to say, Gavin, you're inspirational. Growing a business, seeing so many over-spec studios, you show genuinely you can create art in a normal space. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I think art's stretching it, but thank you. I think today we can definitely call this art, though. This is great, isn't it? I'm having a blast. Okay, so I have, at no expense whatsoever, a window, and the yellow side has to face Rob. That's super important. Anyone have any idea, or even anyone even care why? I'll be honest, it's okay if you don't care. I don't care. Does it matter?
It's nicer for me.
Is it nicer for you? It's aesthetic.
Yellow side for a glow reflection.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much bang on. If I use the yellow side, if I was to put light onto this side, then light will bounce off this, that's a given, and light will bounce off yellow, which may not matter, but I'd rather the light, if it does bounce off, will bounce off white. So that to me just makes a bit more sense.
Got minimum reflection. Second life assess Brooklyn reflector.
It's about third or fourth life for that, but
because Rob only works with yellow.
Yes.
You don't want the bounce, reflection.
Exactly. Yeah. They got it. Anything that light hits, the colour of light is the last surface it leaves. That is the colour of your light. It'll take on that colour. That's why I've got the black curtains up at the back, the black drapes, because I want to have drama and mood, and I don't want any light contaminating it in this small space. So these are all temporary curtains for today. Right, okay, so I need to be able to see Rob through my window. Hi, Rob. There's no glass in the window if anyone's interested. There's nothing there. I haven't gone that far. I'm on 1/16th power. I don't think that's right, but I will take a photo.
Is your camera holster in the...
No.
Oh, okay. Can you just mention it then?
Yes. I still can't find Adorama giving the right link for this, but this is the camera holster kind of thing. It has a bit at the bottom. Oh, I'll put my light on. Hang on. There we go. Let's get Rob out of the frame. I have a bit at the bottom which has my tether tools grip on there, and also the spider little things. There's kind of double stacked, which looks a bit weird, but it actually works quite well. And then I've got my spider holster, which I got a year ago at the photography show in the UK, and I love it. Which is, I'm not sponsored. I don't get anything. It's just, yeah, some things just work for me. They may not work for you, but that has been just the best thing I bought in the last year, really.
Biggie asked, how wide's the gap between the flash and the window?
Biggie, thank you so much. Okay. That big. We'll talk about that, Biggie. I think that's the bottom right corner. Now that's 2 corners done, so we're doing it all right, Rob. It's fine. Stick with us. Here we go. Okay, interesting. I mean, I spent a lot of money on this and time and effort. Actually, the time bit was right. Effort, that's so. Okay, it works in principle, but we've got a bit of work to do. So let's see if we can make this right. So Biggie asked how far away it is. The distance between your light and, well, what is this called? Not a window. This has got a name in the world of photography. We have a name for these. Anyone know what it is?
Well, we had, let's have a look. Cookie.
Yep. Oh, we have. Okay. Yep.
We've got Brooklyn Reflector. A couple more Gobos.
Yep.
And you can open up an Etsy shop with your strainer. Oreo.
Yeah. Okay, let's just see how this goes.
That's a... Oh, they're moving so fast now, I can't grab them. Gobo, that's a poor man's Gobo. Yeah.
I think we've got to go black and white, haven't we?
Lots of Gobos and a cookie.
Okay, so...
And now I want a cookie.
So I think, and this is purely my opinion, not based on any science or knowledge of anything at all, I think it's a cookie. So Gobo, I use the term Gobo when it's a projector, go between optics, an optical projector. Go between optics,
That's what
Gobo.
Jessie put, go between objects.
Okay, well that'll do. Whereas I think this is a cookie, which is not a Gobo. But do you know, It doesn't matter. Shh, don't tell anybody because we'll have nothing to do on YouTube, but it really doesn't matter. It's like,
So,
get it right or there'll be trouble.
a couple of people have put the proper name is Cucolorus.
Yeah, which is where we get the cookie from. Yeah, I get all that, which is kind of where I'm at with that as well. But at the end of the day, it's a window, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's where the cookies come from too, Biggie. Yeah.
Okay. Rob, can you see my flash through there? Now, if Rob can see my flash, my thinking is the light will actually reach him. Okay, so that makes sense. I just need to find a position where I can actually get a little bit more window light going on here. This is the point where my lovely background that I love is just a bit too small. Two with a bigger background. Okay, let's get that in there. How about now? Can you see that now? The distance, going back to Biggie's question, affects a couple of things. It affects the look that we're getting. Okay, it affects the sharpness of the shadows that you see there. The further away from the light source, the sharper the shadows become. But also, the further away from the light source, the smaller and more life-size the whole projection becomes. So in theory, and this is just a theory, this may not work, if I put this flash, can I fit it in my little studio at the other? Yeah, I can get it out, there we go. Over here. Rob, can you see that light?
Sure can.
Okay, I'm going to need quite a lot more light because it's now got further to travel. And let's try maybe 1/4 power. And I've now made a real problem for myself because I'm in the way. But my window becomes smaller, crisper, and sharper. Okay, let's just see if we can move this a little to the side. Okay, so you can actually see it. Okay, so I wasn't trying to light Rob, I'm just trying to show you the projection. So you can see how that works. So your cookie, or your Gobo, call it what you like, no one's going to worry really, can be either small or large, sharp or blurry, depending on where you put your light. Is that real window light? Well, I've never seen a window like that, but that doesn't mean to say that as photographers we can't pretend. And let's face it, that's what we do most of the, oh, I forgot to adjust the power. We do most of the time. We're good at pretending. Okay, one last one, and then we'll do something different, because, well, look at the time. Where did the time go? Okay. Missed. And you know what? I'm going to skip that, because I could spend all day doing that. And I know I've got better photos I'd like to take. So let's do it. Rob, I'm going to give you something to sit on. There we go. And I want to drop that background down. Whoa! No one saw that, we're okay.
That's another one on the bingo card.
There we go. Drop the background down, tilt it back so it's not going to fall on Rob. Probably. No guarantee. No guarantees on this one, Rob. We'll see how it goes.
Biggie's put smoke machine with question marks. Oh,
Well.
happy day. Maybe.
Maybe. We'll get
Maybe.
to a smoke machine in a minute. Because somebody asked earlier, I doubt they're still here, but if you are still here, well done, thank you, I appreciate you sticking around. How big a softbox can you fill with a speedlight? Let's find out. This is, actually I'm not sure how big this is. I really wish they'd written it on the side. Oh, they did. 12 inches by 56 inches, which is nearly 7 feet, because that's how tall I am. Yeah, I'm really tall. Definitely not the same height as me. So this is a big surface to fill. Again, I've gone with a strip box because I've only got to fill the length and not the width going out that way as well. But I get the benefits of a 56-inch strip box, soft box. Hard to say. Easy to use. And it's super light. So again, it's a huge light source, but it doesn't weigh me down. Lightweight lights. Rob, have a seat on the box for me. Okay, so Rob sat down, that makes my life a lot easier. How high should your light be? Well, so you can see Rob underneath it as a rough and ready guide. I could put the light in front of Rob. Is this going to be characterful lighting? Let's find out. So where are we at? We're at 1/16th power. Wants to be brighter. 1/4 power. And we're at the correct exposure, in my opinion. So 1/4 power, and we've filled a huge softbox. So whoever asked earlier, the size of the softbox, it can fill any size softbox depending on your requirements of light. If you don't need much light, you could fill a softbox the size of a stadium. It would be very, 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 very dark, but it would work. If you need the sort of light we use in the studio, about this big. Okay, that was flattish light. This is going to be character light because it's a character portrait session. So let's get that in. If you were here at the start, yep, this is where we began. Just with a much bigger softbox and some different styling. Okay, here we go. Let's see where we're at. Marvellous. So Rob, I need you to look. So turn your whole, there you go. Oh wait, so Rob's probably has a preference of side, which is the opposite to the way I've lit, but I'm having to light this side, otherwise there'd be a massive softbox blocking your view, which apparently is annoying, so I'm told. I'm just going to take it a little brighter. Okay, here we go. Okay, that works pretty well. That's not too bad at all. Maybe a touch high, but it's okay. Obviously, we've got the other side to fill, so let's get the other softbox. Fill in the other side. Uh-oh. What do I always say? What do I always say? And I'm not doing myself. Put the flash on the softbox. Don't try and put the softbox on the flash. It's, oh, uh-oh. Whoops. Nothing to see here.
Why don't you answer a question?
Can we pause the live stream?
You mentioned zoom heads earlier. Does the AD100 from Godots have a zoom head?
Yes, it does. It doesn't have as much of a zoom head as some of the rectangular speedlights, but it does indeed have a speedlight head that zooms. So that is a nice little middle ground. If you want a speedlight, if you want a studio light that zooms. But it really is just a speedlight without the base in many respects. Okay, light coming in from the side. Make sure this light is on. Make sure it's on a different group. Turn it on. Turn it down. 1/16th power. Take a picture. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's get a third. I've got a third flash. No expense spared. Third flash. Here we go. This can be the fill light. Again, we'll bounce it off the ceiling. Okay. I've kind of left myself with a little less room than I would like, but hey, small studios, these things are sent to test you. Okay. I'm looking just at the box at the bottom there, and I'm just looking to get a little bit more light down in the shadow parts, whoop, wrong way around, of the picture. And that works quite well. That's all right.
So Andrew's put, I've just got home from watching Peaky Blinders at the cinema. YouTube has read my mind.
Yeah, you know, not that this is anything to do with Peaky Blinders or in any connection whatsoever, because it isn't, but Rob is available for the next one. Rob, can you just bring your whole box towards me? So that was quite nice. What happens if we move the light and move Rob to the front edge of the light? This is character. We're trying to get character into these pictures. I need to sit way back over here. Oh boy, that was harder and further down than I thought. Okay, and suddenly we get a lot more character. I'm going to go black and white. Here we go. Spin that light round, Rob. Okay, spinning the light round, bringing this light below, because it's such a big strip box. Can you see this light is now under the peak of his hat? Spot the difference. I need to turn it down, but you can see where that light is going. That's pretty good. So I'm now at 1/8 power on the key lights. That's the huge softbox. I am on 1/16 power for the edge light and 1/8 power for the fill light. And if you're wondering, is Rob smoking? No, that is a white pencil. Generally, he came with a box of cut white pencils, which is a genius idea. Love that. Okay, speaking of smoke, we've got 5 minutes. We can do smoke in 5 minutes, can't we? We can do smoke in 5 minutes. Rob, do you want to just stand up for me? And there is a reason I'm doing smoke at the end. Because the minute I get smoke in here, two things happen. First of all, I get overexcited, which I know is hard to believe. But secondly, there's no getting rid of the smoke. Once the smoke is in the room, that's it. You have smoke. I need a black background.
Biggie put, I can't decide if Rob is proper posh or an East End geezer and goes by Governor.
I'll take Governor.
You're from Birmingham. There's you and Jasper Carrot. That's what it's going to be. And the bloke from ELO. Bevan, wasn't it? The drummer from ELO, yeah. Showing me age now.
That's why I was laughing earlier when you said the theme is man from Birmingham.
What's wrong with that?
Mean?
No, that's helpful.
Okay. And there's a problem with that? Okay, so lighting. Let's turn off the fill light. We won't need that temporarily. We'll turn on, I don't know which one is A and B anymore. I'm going to guess that one is A in the big softbox, which means I'm going to leave it on 1/8 power. And the smaller one I'm going to put to 1/16 power because it has less to fill. Let's take a test photo. I'm going to leave them in black and white. Okay, and I'm just looking for a nice even exposure on Rob. Tick, done, but not very characterful. There's no drama in this. That is bloomin' safe. Rob, put yourself dead center between those two softboxes. Okay? Putting Rob in the middle of the softboxes instantly gives us character because we have shadow. Shade is where it's at. Character from shade. Rob, take a step forwards. Okay, Rob steps out of the light and now we've got menace. How menacing does that feel? We can't see his eyes anymore. That's on purpose. That's deliberate. Say that. We're going to run over by 2 or 3 minutes. Nothing to see here. It's all good.
That was just out of shot.
That's fine. That's fine. I can't believe you dropped that, Freya. I'm stunned. No one's gonna judge you. It'll be fine.
She does not have Mr. Tickle arms.
There we go. Yeah, look, I've put it back on for you. It's fine. Perfectly okay. So, light from below. Glad that's on there. There is 2 and now 3 times you're allowed to put light from below. Anyone know what those 2 times are? 2 times, now 3, this being the 3rd. I will be happy to accept your answer. I'm going to put that pretty much as low as it goes. Once I go a little lower. Okay. Fantastic. Beautiful. Let's go wide. I've got a golf ball in my ear. That can be the title of my autobiography. Why is it? It's like this massive golf ball right in the way.
So we've got Halloween and noir.
Exactly. That's it.
Halloween.
Halloween and noir.
Halloween and menace.
And anytime you're doing Rob, who is not doing anything to do with Peaky Blinders. Nothing whatsoever to do with them.
Monster look.
Rob, can you just step out of the way because I'm kind of tangled up here. That's lovely, thank you. Okie dokes, last bit. Last little bit. let's get this in here because that setup is perfect for one thing that adds character. What is it, everybody? What is the one thing that adds character? You know what it is. Why am I
Glass of
asking?
whiskey.
Glass of whiskey. I think it was more, didn't they have a brewery in Peaky Blinders?
Oh, well, we could have a brewery. I don't know.
But this isn't Peaky Blinders, so that we'll do whiskey instead. Okay, smoke. Smoke is an essential thing. So this is the Smoke Ninja Pro, and once the smoke's in the room, it kind of hangs around for quite a while. So let's put some smoke behind Rob and build the effect up. Here we go. Righty, let's see how that goes. Okay, Rob, quick little test photo. Okay, should I go home now?
That's so cool.
That's okay, isn't it? I mean, smoke just makes everything look better. It just adds drama, it adds menace, it adds something sinister into the picture. Let's see if I can push this back without it falling on you. Oh yeah, there we go. That's not going to work. I probably should have hooked it on, but that's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to do this in colour to finish off. What colour should I put in this backlight?
We've already had lots of purple come through, actually.
I knew you were going to say blooming purple. Honestly.
Yeah.
Purple, really? Does that really work?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No one likes purple. Okay. Backlight is low. Backlight is brighter. There we go. I'm just adjusting the power of the backlight. Those three pictures,
Orange.
same smoke, different backlight.
Red?
Let's try this one. I'm
Blue.
going to hang this. Sorry, squeezing through.
Had a few blues.
Blue could work, actually. I think you might have a point with blue. Okay, last couple of pictures. If you're still on the live, thank you very much. But this is brown. This is sand. This is a bit more smoke required.
The smoke's reached us now.
It gets everywhere, doesn't it?
We look really cool.
Okay. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. Straight on to me. Chin down. So as you were, just put your chin down. Okay. Hands, both hands on your, there you go there. I actually don't want to see Rob's eyes. Crazy as that sounds, I want this to be menacing. If you can't see someone's eyes, that is always that little bit extra menacing. I mean, fantastic. Right, we should stop there because we've overrun already. Huge thanks to Rob. Give it up for Rob. Woo! Fantastic. Thank you, Rob, for coming in, making this possible. I don't know if we've got any questions or anything I should know.
Had some lovely comments about the photos. So, yeah.
I hope you're okay with not purple. Fine. Fine? I'll take fine. Fine's good. Thank you very much.
Well, it said, actually, fine, absolutely wow.
I know.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that balance. That's kind of like pivoted, isn't it? You know, that's okay. Let's not get carried away. Yeah. One's for you and one's for me, Rob. You can work out which one's wow and which one's fine.
Oh.
You know, we'll argue about that amongst ourselves. Okay, so we're going to be back in a month's time, but if you're around in Birmingham at the NEC this weekend and Monday, Tuesday next week, then I'm at the photography show on the Godox stand, so come find me there, or just be at the show, just generally walking around. So come say hello if you're there. Behind the camera, let's do the thanks to Freya and Sam on the chat and the Super Switcher. Oh,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, slight issue there.
Yeah,
just because you two want to be stars of the show.
How's that? Is that better?
Testing today.
And now it just won't focus.
Here it comes.
There we go. We are in a slight haze though because of the smoke. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for all your chit chats, your questions, and we'll hopefully see you in 4-ish weeks.
I think it's a little over 4 weeks.
I think it
There's
might
a couple
be,
of holidays.
yeah. Make
coming
sure
up.
you go onto YouTube and get a reminder. You can subscribe and they'll send you reminders for them. So that's
Yes.
always a good idea.
So we're back in a few weeks' time, but you don't have to wait that long for content from Adorama. We have new content that comes out almost every single day. Quite a lot of it is live from the store as well, so go check out Adorama events to see all of the live stuff that's actually happening in the store. Seth goes live there at least twice a week, plus Daniel on our channel, on the main channel as well, most weeks. So there's always something happening, so go check those out. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. We genuinely appreciate it. And that brings us to the end of this. So I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.